The idea of sitting around in someone's living room performing for other people, to me, is just absolutely revolting. If I want to see entertainment, I turn on the television. I don't want people in my house entertaining me, thank you.
Every Christmas we played a particularly weird game where we'd have to get behind the sofa, duck down, and on some message or, my father would shout a word, my sister and I would have to put our heads up and our Uncle Ray threw a wet flannel at us. Now, I don't know anything about that game. I don't know what it's called. Consequently, I don't like games very much at Christmas.
I am a party game addict, I'm afraid, and that causes awful consternation. I mean, when the children were young, Richard Bryce and his family used to come round, and he and John used to go into the kitchen and get steadily more and more sloshed and more angry with me. And I would go into the kitchen and say, come on, join in. You're spoiling it for everybody.
My husband loathes them, and Christmas is the only time of the year when I can get him to play. The rest of the year he will not have it at all. He's just not interested. And at Christmas I'm like, the children want to play a game, because of course really it's me, because I'm very competitive and I want to beat him.
I like any of the games where you draw things out of a hat and you have to make noises. Anything. Shop snap. I'm good for anything. I'm a marvellous guest.
And I used to do an elaborate treasure hunt. And I remember once I put a clue in the telephone box outside. The clue led them, it's terribly clever, led them to the telephone box, and then they had to ring the number and the answer phone would give them the next clue. Brilliant. Took me hours to set up. John nearly killed his father in this telephone box because they were in opposite teams and they got to the thing at the same time and John didn't have any money to put in and he was fighting his father to get the money off him. So it's often ended in tears, games. I enjoy them, but nobody else does.
The kitchen looks like a bomb's hit it. The washing up mountain is higher than on any other day of the year. Goody. At least the dog's happy. You finally get to sit down and some serious lolling amongst the broken Barbie dolls and the PlayStation that doesn't fit your software. Still, next year it might be someone else's turn. Someone else will cop for all the work and the mess in the kitchen. And chances are it'll be another grumpy old woman.
My sister and my brother and myself, well, the two girls take it in turn. It's not my turn this year, it's our Sarah's turn. So I don't help. I pretend to, can you do with any help? But then what you do is very carefully, you wedge yourself in a place at the table which is impossible to get out of, because they always have to put a bit of an extension of the card table at the end, with the sheet on top. If you wedge yourself right at the back there and you have to come get past loads of high chairs and you can't really, I'd love to help. Do that.
If somebody lands the Christmas Day slot and you're off the hook, you know that they're suffering, and suddenly you become like their great-great-grandmother and it is feet up on the coffee table and, oh yes, I'll have another brandy, and you know that they're suffering and you know that you should obviously have some Christian spirit and probably go and help. But no, because you did it last year and, they can suffer.